Can Lura become the first village in Australia to eliminate 100% of its restaurant food waste from landfill?
Lura Garage recycle all their restaurant food waste with the help of their newest employee, Chloe, the food waste dehydrator.
The closed loop system that I've seen here today is really exciting for people who have an on-the-street kind of business who don't have the soil to actually process their compost.
Lura Garage wants Lura Village to become the first in the Blue Mountains to remove 100% of its restaurant food waste from landfill.
I think it definitely can be done. It's just a matter of people getting together and finding sustainable ways to do it and ways that work with businesses and are cost effective.
We're going to use the material we've gained here to grow yacon or Peruvian ground apples, which we'll then bring back to Lura Garage and actually truly have a closed loop system.
Watch this space.
It's a busy morning at Lura Garage. The floors have just been resealed and now they are moving equipment back into the restaurant.
Bush! Alrighty, another big day. The whole kit and caboodle had to be pulled out and it's all now scattered all around the restaurant. But it came out, so it's got to be able to go back in. But today, bigger fish to fry. Going to go down and go to the city, meet up with the people down at the Sustainability Department down at the University of Technology, and they've brought along a special guest from the EPA. Okay, looks like there's a bit of heavy work to do, so I'm off. See you later. Have a good day. You too. Let's do this.
James is going to meet Associate Professor Dina Pham at the University of Technology in Sydney.
All very clean glass and clean lines up here. Don't think we're in the right place.
But James might be lost.
Could be west. This isn't the place either.
Dina can support the Lura community by informing them of the benefits of reducing food waste.
Thank you. This must be the place. Let's go get them. Hi Dina, how you going?
Good to see you.
Long time no see.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
It's great to be here again.
Yeah.
It's all very exciting, getting all this moving along.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Let's have a chat about food waste
Okay,
avoidance
let's
and
do it.
processing. Good.
I've put a call into Mark Norman from Closed Loop and spoken to them about how they might possibly bring a composter on site.
Okay.
So that the community can come and actually see it for themselves.
Legacy will be that the work that we're doing here will end up on the gardens of Lura.
Yeah, wouldn't that be good?
Well, that went well. So it was awesome meeting Dina from the UTS and Marsha from the EPA. They're very keen to get on board, and I guess the takeout from all of that is that I'm very much focused on the waste that's created after a customer finishes his plate off, but really what we need to do is think about how can we stop that waste in the first place.
With the EPA now interested in the project, the Lura Village Association can help gather the support of the business community. The LVA subcommittee will explore how the village can benefit from recycling their restaurant food waste.
Because I also hear in the rest of the village, other operators and people asking me, it's wonderful what you're doing, I wish I could do it. I wish I had the space, but I can't. And then I'm saying, well, we can collectively potentially pool our resources, because the question is, can Lura become the first village in Australia? So how can we all become together? And about 18 months now,
And you are now eliminating 100% of food waste from your business.
Yes.
And we can demonstrate, I know you invited other businesses when you had the launch, but we can now get them back and say, we have the results, you've got the test results.
Yep. Now the exciting thing is, in talking to the EPA, what they're telling us is if you can bring everybody along with you in this social enterprise on this journey, then we will fund you. We'll provide you with a 2-year funding grant, and what we'd love to see is a legacy that enables other villages, communities and towns across Australia to do the same thing. So they're saying, we're excited, nobody ever has proposed it before, this could be a blueprint for other towns and communities across the country.
Put Lura on the map.
Being a grandmother, I think it's very important that we think of the future and the environment and climate change, all of these things.
The more you're involved, the better Lura looks, the more vibe, the more panache, the more feel we have of the whole village. That's going to benefit them as well.
Thanks, Carol. You're right. No worries. You know, we know there's going to be a few hurdles along the way. One of the biggest ones, I think, is making sure that the council feel as though there's a part for them to play. And certainly the EPA and UTS want to feel as though this is a community project, and I'm sure that everybody can see that there's a part for everybody, and it's certainly like it's a great social enterprise and a partnership whereby everybody can do their bit.
News travels fast in Lura Village, and with COVID restrictions lifted, the Lura Village Association are keen to meet with Dina Pham, who brings good news from the EPA.
Welcome to the Lura Village Association meeting for Wednesday, 29 July 2020.
So we end up putting in a proposal to the EPA to look at, can the EPA support Lura Village Association and Lura more broadly, and the Blue Mountains more broadly, move towards zero food waste for businesses. And so the idea would be to work with the council, Lura Village Association and the businesses to look at how to first, do we reduce waste, and then thinking about what do you do with it next. Process it and potentially use it in a farm or community gardens.
I think it's really interesting the questions they ask, because it meant they were engaged, they want to know more, and they want to see how it would happen in practice.
Yep.
And that's what you want momentum with people, that they're going to be involved.
The scene is now set. Lura Village, with the support from the EPA, will become a test case for Dina's research to establish a blueprint for other towns. So, can the Blue Mountains become the first city in Australia to reduce its commercial food waste to zero?
In the meantime, I've got to get back to running a restaurant.